The issue of Canon Nandikan, I find it very, very difficult to define it because I cannot exactly understand his position. I understand maybe it's a new form of Ojuku's Biafra or a kind of a carryover, which I don't know. Because exactly, please, who is Nnamdi Kanu for goodness sake? Was this somebody who has not been a councillor, has not been a chairman of local government, has now served even his own state in any capacity? Then you just felt there's an injustice. If you felt there's an injustice, you have a right, because the reality on ground is that the parties, we have multiple political systems. You can come on the platform of a party to display your own political charisma. If you want to be the president of Nigeria, you have that right. Then you trying to incite an issue that was a controversial issue. Biafra is always controversial because the Ojuku study, it was not easy. Now somebody is bringing something in 2021. Then you want to celebrate it. The real issue I don't understand exactly. If you're talking about Biafra as a country, fine, good. But how can you get a country already there's a federal system of government or a federation that has been formed with an act? Let it go back and study what is federation. You should know what is federation, then you come now to know how come about Nigeria as a federal country. You must have that history. But you just coming from the blues from somewhere, they say Biafra, Biafra. Indigenous people are Biafra. Then others, some set of people who are shallow-minded, then they are set key into that kind of a call. Because Nigeria is a society, the moment you come with confusion, there are people who want confusion. They want us to always be in confusion. They don't believe realities. So the Igbo leaders, the political leaders in Igbo land, they should come up clearly and review the political history of Nigeria to Nnamdi Kanu. If he lacks that history, he thinks he doesn't know what he's called now. He's a Nigerian by birth, but he's not prepared to know why the entity called Nigeria. How was Nigeria formed? Is Nnamdi Kanu better than Dr. Nnamdi Kanu, who accepted the formation of Nigeria? Is he better than most of these people like Gigi, Bonayono, Orocha Zokoresha, who are looking for the unity of this country? Nobody in Nigeria is comfortable, but we just have attempted the configuration called Nigeria. So please, Nnamdi Kanu should think very well. We are not saying it's not right for him to make that agitation, but let's be very constructive and reasonable. He knows very well Biafra was a controversial issue. Ojuku was not a very small, it was a very serious army officer, but look at how he took the Biafra war in 1967 to 70 White House. So for you to have come with that replay, you should expect attack now. So people have invested their resources in various parts of this country. There's movement here and there, there's interactions. Then you are not saying you want to disintegrate. It's a fraction of Nigeria. So what's the meaning of that? We cannot continue like this now.
We are thinking that the issue of the rail will be the safest place. But what happened within the Kaduna-Abuja route yesterday is really alarming. Now everybody can now know that there is nowhere is safe. There's nowhere to run to. So we are really looking up to government to do something. We thank God so far that a lot of people are now coming to in terms that the bandits are no more just bandits, but they are terrorists.
Talking about insecurity here in Nigeria, there's nothing like security. Bandits, Boko Haram has taken the order of the day, and government is doing barely nothing to curtail it. While they have everything in their power to curtail the banditry. And that of Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. He has no weapons on him. Then why attacking him? Come to a round table and dialogue with him. That's my view.
You cannot just beat a child and you ask him not to cry. He has reason for his agitation, which government should look into. If the whole thing, if everybody is treated equally, I don't think this will be. So if somebody is agitating for something, let us look at the reason of his agitation. If what is agitating is true, let us look into it and see how it can be ameliorated so that everybody can well be looked onto and see that equality is played.
The only way we can get it arrested is for all hands of all the citizens to be on deck, because these people are living in our midst. If the federal government can use their tentacles to bring somebody from outside back into the country, I wonder why they cannot do it within here. If they are asking me to go and register my SIM, I know that the reason for that is for us to be able to pinpoint those who are the criminal amidst us. Then what is the purpose of that registration if after all this said and done, nothing is positively happening? there must be somebody who is orchestrating something behind the scene.
In Nigeria, because we have had all it takes to combat insecurity. We have had people who have served this country. Some have retired as intelligence officers, some have retired as army chief of staff, some have retired as police officers, inspector general of police. They are well trained. So, some set of people now, they came out, we don't know their background. They are faceless people, and the Nigerian security architecture has been punctured. So it becomes a question that why is it that the people that we train, even at the moment that we have a security force that are in overseas, some are in the security network, who have undergone a lot of training, and some are even retired. Why can't we have a summit of such people so that we can be able to come up with a kind of an articulated position to tackle insecurity? Because we cannot allow people to be collecting our pensions here and there, then they'll be telling us that there's insecurity in Nigeria, isn't it? So I don't know the criteria they have been using to promote some people in the forces. Somebody will become commissioner of police, inspector of police, deputy commissioner of police, chief of army staff, chief. What is the real criteria that you're judging to bring such people in such positions? I believe somebody who's supposed to be chief of army staff or chief of defense intelligence should be able to galvanize serious security issues that can be able to maintain the internal security of Nigeria. So it's uncalled for we discussing security on the pages of this paper when we have people that was wasted their taxpayers' money to make them what they become. We already respect them. We see them big houses, big cars. Then they are coming to the common Nigeria to talk about insecurity when we have wasted a lot of time to train such people. So about the economy, I cannot understand because they say Nigeria is a sovereign nation. They have ministers of national planning, ministers of that and that, finance and waiting. So exactly what is their position about the economy? Because they should know better than some of us that were on the streets. Because for you to be in position of authority, it means you have excelled. If today you are made a minister of national planning or minister of economic or minister of finance, they have gone through your CV, they felt you have all it takes to deliver services to Nigerians. So the economy of Nigeria, there's no problem. It's the mismanagement because of the great nature of our leaders, the looting patterns of our leaders. There's a lot of looting, siphon of public funds. Somebody will come to the office, he will tell you he's this and that, he's a Muslim or he's a Christian. He will swear by the Bible that will take public trust into confidence. But at the long run, you discover it's a mere thief, a governmental, a bureaucratic thief.
Nnamdi Kanu is a Nigerian, and then he's fighting for his rights, right to determination, or as in self-determination to succeed. Although it may not go well with Nigerian government, but I think they should follow him, with diplomacy. As long as they keep holding him down, and then make him more popular, and they make him more important, they make him more relevant. So the best thing is release him. Look at they came up with from 5-point to 7-point charges against him. Well, the government, they also have the right to protect the boundaries of the sovereignty of Nigeria from troubles, from any form of how do I put it? Any person trying to cook up issues or troubles. But then it should be in the ambits of the law. You want to work or treat Nnamdi Kanu's case, it should be based on justice. We heard that some persons were not allowed into the courtroom. This is, it's overboard. Allow some persons to come in, let them witness the court proceedings, and then be able to know how to go about it. Because when they come into the court and they see the proceedings, they can actually say, okay, there is justice for this man. The government is not doing anything extraordinary. Let them proceed. But when you don't allow them to witness it, they can go out and say something else. You get me?